A very warm welcome back to Szpakowo for episode 12 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 12:33 in the PMs. I have just leased another bale collector because I've got 3 silage baling contracts on the go. I'm going to chuck the drone up and show you at the moment. I've got all the fields baled, mowed, windrow baled. Didn't need to be tedded, these ones. And then so I've just got to go and collect them. I'm selling all of these, so there's no just selling them all. So what I thought I'd do while I was up here, because that's going to be a little bit heavier now, I'm going to take it back with this probably first. But I've also bought myself some forks. We've got some pallet forks finally. What I've got is 4 herbicides, and a large one. The large one of each, the herbicide and the liquid fertiliser, I'm going to put out the front of the store to show that we sell liquid fertiliser and herbicide. You'll be able to see it on the racking anyway. I put in 2 sets of racking as well. They were 2,750 each. Should be in the description. 2 silage additives, I'm going to put those outside the store. Fertiliser, 2 pallets to go into one of the greenhouses, and I bought some barley. When in the last episode I bought chicken feed. There was a wheat pallet. I should have just bought the wheat pallet. It didn't matter, it's the same price. But what I want to do is we need to develop our own means of producing our own fertiliser. Whilst this is a very cheap option and it works really well, and I've used it loads and loads of times before, I want a sustainable, because I mean I suppose it's no different to any middleman operation anywhere. A middleman operation, they will buy something cheap, they will tack on their bit of money on it, they might do a bit of advertising for it, stick it in a shop window like any store does, and then they'll sell it on to you for more money. So if I found somewhere I can buy really cheap fertiliser, then at my store I can sell you that cheap fertiliser but at a bit of a profit. I've made money, the company I bought it from have made money. Then people would argue, why don't you go straight to the first person? Why would they come to you and buy it when they could buy it cheaper elsewhere? That's no different to any product you buy anywhere. If you go into Walmart or if you go into Asda, wherever you live in the world, and you're buying whatever it might be off the shelf, the argument then could be, why don't you just go straight to the supplier? Why are you paying supermarket prices? Go straight to the supplier. Because often buying in bulk is what gets you discounts and stuff like that. And I put this weight on the front because I'm going to tie back the trailer, which requires a 3-point link. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to put the forks on first. Yeah, so it's that it's no different. But in all honesty, I'd rather be in a position where we're using concentrate at the moment to do our liquid fertiliser and herbicide. I am going to get rid of the Lely Sphere. A lot of people have been asking what mod is the Lely Sphere. They can't find it, it's not written in the description. It's part of the farm production DLC, the Giants DLC. I think normally what I do is I put in the description that I'm using Giants DLCs, and then I will list any mods sort of over and above that. It's a DLC from Giants Farm Production Pack. So if you're looking for the Sphere, that's where it is in that pack. So if I hook that up, I'll come back for that trailer in a moment. Let's raise that up. It's because it's got the lights on. I was thinking that's cool, it's got chicken lights, and then just realised it's because I've got my lights on. I mean, they would be on there anyway. So that's that. Brilliant. Before I head off then, drone up before you whiz across the fields, provided nothing's gone horribly wrong here. There we go. So this field here is baled, wrapped, ready to go. This field here is baled, wrapped and ready to go. And then all the way over here, 156 I think it is. There we go. This field here. So that's what I've got the bale collector for. I'm going to whiz out, do all the bale collecting, take them all back, bang, 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 anything over and above. All clear profits. Happy days. So I'm going to head back. I'm going to just make sure I've got plenty of barley and wheat in. That's why I bought barley, because it will do. I can put 5,000 litres of each in there, although I think it only holds 5,000 litres maximum of seed. But if I'd have bought wheat, I'd be limited to how much I put in it. So I thought we'll do that. What else? I'm trying to think. Messages I've been receiving from people. Oh, that was it. Yeah, collectibles. It's not all just toys, apparently. Apparently there are toys. What was the other thing? There's lottery tickets somewhere. Somebody said they found a lottery ticket. All different values as well. Again, I just made that assumption. It's just going to be toys everywhere. Apparently there's loads of stuff that I've probably been walking straight past as collectibles. A lot of people, as usual, said they're collectibles. They're on the map. Pick them up. Don't matter, does it? So I might do that off camera, because people do get angry. It's that kind of I don't think it's bicycles or anything like that, but I'll show you the racking. I've got the next 2 pallets to put up of liquid fertiliser. So I used one each of the small ones to do our liquid fertiliser. Let's see if the barley will go in off the trailer here first. If we're close enough, it should. There we go. Get the barley in. That's still chugging away. Why does it do that when you come onto a map new? Like when you come back on again, and then all of a sudden it will seem to reset itself because everything's in here. It's interesting that the things are in the middle. No way, has that run out of seed already? I can't keep that going. How much have we got? Oh, I mean that's a fair amount already of blueberries and raspberries, but wow, does that get through the seed? That explains why that's got 100,000 litres. Okay, wait, how do we need to be producing seed? I mean that's going down fairly fast as well, and the fertiliser. Good gracious! Right, seed production. I need to up my seed production game. That's worrying. To keep that going, that's a lot of seed. I either need somewhere really cheap that can supply it, or I've got to make my own. I'm going to have to look at some of the different seed productions. But the problem is any of the seed productions are going to require a crop, and I don't have any crops at the moment. I sold all the corn. I should have stuck stuff. I think I'm going to get that AGI, you know, the seed auger. Get the auger wagon. The auger. Again, if you're unfamiliar with it, should be in here under, if I've got it installed, belt systems. I've got the AGI pack. I have gone past it. You must have seen me use it before. The seed treater. Again, even if I lease it, leasing it's only 1,887, and then you buy the seed treatment and run a whole ton of stuff through it. I'm going to need a lot of seed, so I might have to just do that, bite the bullet, and unfortunately you can't do potatoes. Potatoes and carrots. That would be quite handy if we could do seed from that. Or, like I say, if we come into our pallets and we go to our sugarcane pallets, and that's what I was saying. They used to be less than that, didn't they? So that's 380. This is what I was saying in the last episode. 380 for 2,000 litres. So whereas a regular pallet of where are we? Seed. There is 900 for 1,000. That's 380 for 2,000. So you're getting double the amount for under half price. So double the amount, under half price, so technically you're quadrupling, I suppose, technically. If you lease, I'm giving away all the tips and tricks here, all the tips and tricks. If you lease, of course on the map, it doesn't. Some maps don't allow you to do sugarcane, but it doesn't stop you. If you lease a sugarcane planter, and the cheaper one, fine, that's right, 4,990 litres that will hold. Buy sugarcane, fill that up with sugarcane, then unload it. When you unload it, it unloads a seed. So it's cheap as chips. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still seed. It's no different to loading a potato planter. You can load a potato planter with either seed or potatoes. So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's probably not a bad idea. I'd rather use the seed treatment auger, but that means I'm going to need a crop. And I'm going to need a crop to put through it, otherwise that's just not going to work. So what I'll do, I'll run this round the side here, put the fertiliser in just a moment. If I lower that down on the back like so, and disconnect, raise that out of the way. I want to go to that, lower that down, drop that off. It's a convoluted old business, isn't it? Filthy tractor, filthy front loader, and brand new forks. Lovely. Right, so what we're going to do, is that. So go out the front here as well. Oh, is that a bullet hole? I hope not. People not happy about us being here. Let's warn them off. I have no idea what accent that was at all. It certainly wasn't recognisable as anything. And then silage additive. We don't have actually. I'm trying to think. Do we have? Do we have? That's what we need to produce as well. Diesel, so we can sell diesel and stuff as well. I suppose there's a little set of racks here. Yeah, silage additive. You can make herbicide and liquid fertilizer and various different things. We can make mineral feed. Can we make silage additive? I'm trying to think if we can or not. There's probably one of the Zoddlezots. One of the Zoddlezots will do it. So, again, just so when people come up, they can look and go, oh, okay, can I buy that? So, well, you can buy that. Or, and here's our racking. I looked at about 10 different sets of racking. So, I can't remember who this one was by. I liked this one because it had the flat boards on it. So, it wasn't just bars. You had to try and, you know, get stuff on there. There's a set of racking it's modular, you can build up. You can get what that was a pack that gave you the bits that go around to protect it, the protection bars and various different things. So this racking's going to be for our liquid fertilizer, that racking's going to be for our herbicide. Yeah, all good. Let's take one of those off, put that next to that, so we're ready to go on that. For our herbicide, I'm going to grab a fertilizer. I'm going to take it over. So I think because we're going to sell all those bales, we should have a little bit of money extra, which would be very, very cool. Hang on, I'm putting too many straps on here. What's going on? I'll do that one. Bear with me a second. If you just heard that massive clonk, that's the man cave door. When we get into the winter months, if you have a bit of rain, the door swells. So whenever MrSealyp then comes in to ask me if I want a coffee or anything, normally she'll look and see if I'm recording. But today it was she just came straight in, so full on clonkers. Why is that not? Is it because we're at an angle? We are at an angle, aren't we? If I come in from the yeah, it's because we're on a little bit of a slope here. If I come in from the other side, that should be a bit easy. Anyway, I'm going to get this done. I need to get that seed in. Okay. Logistics, people, logistics. Got to make these things happen. Yes, as I was saying, when we get the money from doing all those bales, I mean, I could potentially just buy, if you've got any of the buy anything silos and stuff like that, multi-fruit silos and stuff, you can, there's probably places on the map as well, you can go and buy whatever you want. So if you need to go and buy seed, if you need to go and buy any kind of crop. Okay, why is that now? That's weird. There we go. It had to be higher, apparently. Oh, there you go. They're looking a lot better, aren't they? It's lovely. We're doing a thing, people. Look, we're doing a thing. It's growing. Well, that's not growing, but farm production's growing. See you in a little while. I might skip ahead time. So I was trying to think. I suppose the easiest thing for me to do, I say the easiest thing, it means none of these will be producing, but the easiest thing to do would be for me to skip ahead time until our crops are ready to harvest. Harvest our crops and then crack on from there, I suppose. Thoughts? Oh, more cows. I need to sort more cows out too. So many things. I'm over 1,000 litres on the Lely Sphere, so I'm going to empty it. So 1,012, is it saying? 1,012. I'm probably going to remove the sulfuric acid, take it over to the store, turn that off. That's being binned. It's going to be dismantled, sold on. Someone else can have it. The more cows you've got, the faster it runs. You can get up to a real good speed. If you're running like 200, 300, a big thing, 500 cows, that's worth its weight in gold, 100%. For what I'm doing, the size I'm doing, it's just not. It really isn't worth the price and stuff. So, bales. 2 contracts finished. That's the 3rd contract finished. 107.89. Yeah, that's it. Because we've earned some money. So that's all 3 contracts complete. I've still got another field's worth of bales to go and collect, which will all be profit. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. The baling is done. The money went up, then you just saw as I was doing the last lot of bales, came down again. The way it worked out, I took all the bales from the field over there, 156, took them, that completed one and most of the 2nd contract. The 2nd field I showed you completed the other 2 contracts and sold some. The 3rd field was just all clear profit. So what I did, after I did the first lot and made the first lot of money, I bought this field here, which goes this way and that way, and it has oats in it. That's due to be ready tomorrow, I think. And then that field just there, we're going to go past in a moment, the oats are ready to harvest. So both oat harvest, you can see where this is going. I'm going to have the straw left because, hey, straw bales, I'm always happy with straw bales or extra straw. But also the oats, as we probably already know, if you're going to run anything through the seed treatment auger, oats are your best bang for your buck. And I said I needed some crops, this is the way to get them. So I've purchased 2 new fields, which means we are expanding as well, which is brilliant. So once those are harvested, I can then re-prep those and put something else in them, which is great. But that also means I can solve part of the seed problem immediately. I'm probably going to need to get another silo, because I've got nowhere to store any of it. That's a good point, actually. We'll have to have a look at standalone silos, I guess, finances permitting. So what I need to do now then is, let's grab the harvester, turn the lights off, and we're going to grab the regular header. Oh, now we had a problem with this, didn't we? Yes, I need to. I mean, we'll be able to get up to that, both those fields, with it as it is. So what I need to do is unload it first. There was some mild consternation. I did have a couple of people reach out to me. I don't think it was in the comments. I'm pretty sure it was direct messages about me using that harvester. It's not. I think it's not a cheap one. It's not extra capacity. I mean, it's 10,000 litres, but it still cost me 100,000. It wasn't cheap. We need to do that, and I didn't go for the high-speed headers either. I should open that. So I always forget to do that. I spend my life doing a lot of reversing on this map. I think this thing is a lot of narrow walkways and passageways. Oh, I forgot about the cows. So at least this means we're going to... Again, this was not something I was intending to do. As I was coming back across, I suddenly thought, I'll have a look on the map, because there's no contracts available for anything like that. Have we got any crops that are ready to harvest on fields that are affordable that I could purchase? And both those oak ones were there. I thought, well, that's a no-brainer, because that's 2 birds, 1 stone. 100%. Time is ticking away as it always does. I'm going to go back in and have a look for silos as well, I think, because I was originally looking at the ones that went on the wall, because they worked out quite well. And now I think I'm going to have to go for a standalone type effort. I jolly well do have access. Whoa, no. There we go. That's an unfortunate placed tree. Yep. That's going to need to be dealt with. Actually, that's a good point. Do I have? I do. Do you remember buying that? Do you remember I'm not allowed to cut this tree? It's in my way. It's on my... Oh, there we go. I was going to say, it's on my land. So that can't be too heavy, surely. Problem is, I was to say, I can't live by the side of the field. That's going to get caught up in some machinery. Easiest solution. Oh, disappear into a pond. Oh. I did do some wood chipping at some point, but I was thinking about maybe doing poplars, because I haven't done poplars for a while to get our wood chips. I've done a lot of forestry over the last few series and stuff, but I haven't really done any poplars, so maybe that's the option. Thank you for everyone's well wishes after yesterday. About the same. My nose is running a little bit more today. I'm a little bit more kind of... It feels more like a cold... sort of flu-ish, but not. People's messaging me saying, how many times have you had the lurgy? It's not the lurgy. One of my twins works at the local doctor's surgery. She worked at the pharmacy, which was on the next door, did a load of training and stuff, and now she does pharmacy work, but at the surgery, our GP surgery, and a few people there had it. So it was suggested that a lot of them had some testing done just to make certain. So she had a test and it wasn't. So her and her sister don't have the dreaded lurgy, which means if I've got it from them, I don't have the dreaded lurgy. And it feels completely different. It feels like a cold, but it's just that typical thing of, oh, come on, give me a break. But I don't feel too bad. Yesterday it came on kind of over the course of an hour or so, and I sat and I started to feel really warm. And I thought, oh no, then my throat felt scratchy. I was saying yesterday. But yeah, I'm good. Thank you for everyone that reached out and asked if I was okay, and were asking about the family and the kids, and hope they're all okay as well. We're all good. Thank you. Really do appreciate it. I think I was probably assuming I was going to get more off this, but that's not a problem. So we'll have to lease the auger, put our trailer, let's say, even if it means just... Actually, what we could do is we could unload from this onto the auger. I was thinking I haven't got a silo at the moment, but I'm not going to have a full tank on this. So if we get the auger out, potentially we can just unload from the auger on this into the seed treatment auger. Oh, I should have turned it off. I was thinking, why is it saying that? It's because I've gone over into the next field. The other field we purchased does actually cross the road, so we do have both sides of the road there, but like I say, that won't be ready till tomorrow. And I have been talking to the guy at the store. Apparently, as it stands at the moment, the sawmill is abandoned. No one technically owns it. So I'm going to go down. I'm going to have a look at that telehandler. And that was those forklift trucks. That's not part of, you know, sometimes I'll do a storyline and I have put things in. They're on the map. They're all anyway. So if you came on to play on the map, they would be on there. That's not something I placed. I think people were under the assumption, oh, it's typical. The things he needs just appear. It's there on the map. It's already there. So, but I think, and I don't know if I've got it installed. I've used it once before or a couple of times before. Those little placeables that deduct money from you. So we'll do it as kind of almost like a rental. I don't know who I'm paying the money to, but it will come out of my account. Even if it goes into the shop, I think if we pay a kind of rental fee, if anyone does appear, come back, if anyone says they own it or they own the sawmill, then they can, the shop can give them the money for it. I think that's the best way of going about it. That's what we'll do. We're going to get more, I think, out of the other field tomorrow, but at least we'll be able to get some more seed done anyway. Excellent stuff. I will see you in a minute. I'm going to get the seed treatment auger. I'll get a pallet of seed treatment. I mean, that's not cheap, but it's still cheaper than buying seed. And what I think I'm probably going to do, if this is the route we're going to go down moving forward, doing the seed treatment auger. And again, there are loads of others. Like I've said, there are tons and tons of different productions that do produce seed. There's a whole host of them. But as far as a realism thing goes, and I've said that many times before, I've seen the Welker Farms guys do it. Lots of farms have a company that come in, or they do it themselves, where they will treat their own seed crop from the year before to be replanted. So it's not unrealistic if we're going to do it that way. So that one I did place, I think we'll probably sell that, which will cover the cost initially, I guess. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave the header up here by the field, because tomorrow we'll be harvesting it, and I'll crack on. Right, you've probably seen me do this before, but not directly from a harvester. Assuming, of course, it registers the harvester, because sometimes it's a little bit too low. But then that being said, I made that boob before, didn't I? Where I didn't realise part of it raised, and it did. These things happen, you know. So let's drop that there, not that. Let's drop that there. There we go. So what I'll do is, once this is finished running through... Oh, how are we looking? Wheat's done. Barley's running. Okay, that's cool. So what we'll do is, yeah, once it's done, we'll remove this. We'll get rid of that seed production. I'm looking at a fertilizer one. Got an eye. I have a plan. I have another plan, and I'll probably put it in this position actually, where this one is, because it'll work. Right, so that's that. So what we'll do, let's put this other side. When I leased this seed treatment auger from the store, it had already, and I got the seed treatment pallet. It had already taken some, so this is filled as far as I'm aware. Yeah, the thing I was going to say was, so pallets stacked. Everything's done. I've got one out the front here. One of these was that one there, 1012. That came out of the Lely Sphere. The Lely Sphere has been demolished and removed. That's gone. So that's there. A few bits and bobs there. I bought the sulfuric acid, what was left here, so we might as well have that on sale. Liquid fertilizer, herbicide, and what I have also done around the side here is to put the gas bottles. We've got some gas bottle sales points here. Decorative, they'll earn me a little bit a month, not a huge amount, but again, that's to, with the store here, that will simulate the sale of gas bottles that we're we will be producing. I was looking at the fuel refinery as well. The fuel refinery is 125 grand, and I'm sure we've used that before as well. On Griffin, was it? Oh, again, I'm trying to remember, but does this have lights? It doesn't, does it? So we raise that up so we can fit into the trailer. That's as high as that goes, that should be right. The other thing we had to raise up, no, not that, was... How did we raise it? Is it left stick? Oh, this back bit raises, and I can't remember how. That does that. So side to side, not side to side. R1, side to side. There we go. That's what I'd missed last time. So hopefully that will get me closer to the auger. Because I ended up tipping it up, didn't I? I had it raised up on stuff, and someone messaged me and said, "You do know you can raise that back bit up?" I was like, no. Sorry. Put that in there. I'll go and grab the harvester. I'll put the seed treatment next to it, because that just makes sense to have that there, so when it needs to refill, it will refill. What's going on with this? Why does that keep... There we go. It's a good idea buying pallet forks for this. Why didn't I think of that before? Let's go and grab the harvester. I might as well drive. I was going to say leave this here then drive. No, why would I do that? We'll leave that here and drive, leave that there and walk. The day-to-day farm runnings and ramblings of MrSealyp. Come on, it's why you're here, isn't it? If we are going to produce digestate at some point as well, which I'll probably need to do, we are going to need a biogas plant. Actually, that's the point. I haven't even looked on the map to see how expensive buying the actual biogas plant is. Because if it's really cheap, we might as well just do that. We've got a load of silage barrels. We could chuck a load of silage barrels in there, and I could. Although, have I got enough? I'm going to need to buy another grass field because I'm using a lot of my grass. Wouldn't have to be a particularly big grass field, or do corn in a couple of those small ones. I don't know. We could do some silage at some point. I'll give it some thought. Before day's end, I'm going to go down to the sawmill and check out the telehandler, and potentially I might leave the fertilising plan, the fertiliser production plan, for the next episode. I think I'm doing I have all these ideas. I'm cramming too many into each episode. I think it's all getting a bit frantic. Focus on one or two. Get those done, get those working. So is this going to be too high, or will it work? Hopefully. Oh, ha, ha. It's probably going to take all of it, isn't it? Okay, that's quite scary. Didn't expect that. And we are going. We're already producing. There we go. So, oats in, seed treatment, through the machine. It all gets blended, treated, mixed, and seed coming out the other side. We need a lot of seed. A lot of seed. The scary thing is the rate that's running. Even if I put 100,000 litres in, I don't honestly know how long it's going to last. What we're looking at the moment. Yeah, 262 litres. Mind you, we've got 9,000 litres of blueberries and raspberries, but on this one, if you didn't see the mod review on these, they don't produce pallets. You come around to the front and you can fill up a trailer, and each one has a fill plane. If you take them then to the wash plant, which, like I say, is 250 grand, I haven't got enough of that. If you took them to the wash plant, I spent a bit of time going backwards and forwards doing manure as well. That's why that's filled up. You can get more money for them washed. When they're washed, they then come out in pallets. So it depends if I want to sell them as they are. But it's just it's scary how fast that's getting through the seed. Come up then. Why does this go away? $6.10. I mean, oh well. It is what it is. So then tomorrow, when the other oat field's ready to go, see the problem I've got now is if I've got to wait till tomorrow, do I keep hold of this, then incur the overnight lease fees, or do I take it back and release it? That seems a bit daft, doesn't it? Crikey, that's got through that fast. Wow, okay. Oh. How much have we got then? 11,865 litres from that 2,000, the 3,000 litres we had in there. You can't odds that. You just can't odds it. So that's worked. I've now got to split this a little bit between the two. This is taking less, so I'm going to put maybe a couple of thousand in here and the rest in the other one. He says, you watch it come out so fast. That'll do. I was having right trouble in the last episode when I remember what berries it was. My mind was going, was it Mary berry? Chuck berry? No. It's definitely raspberry and blueberry. Come on, I haven't got one in ages. Right. That at least will keep them going for a little while. So I've got to decide what I'm going to do about this seed treatment auger. Do I want to keep this? And that's the thing. At least I did the right thing. You know, I've done a, you know, there's been a couple of pallets and bits and bobs I got from the farm supply pack. Now I could have just gone up to the store, and from the farm supply pack I could have bought a horse feed pallet or an oats pallet. It would have been 1,000 for 5,000 litres, and I could have run that through, and we could have got an absolute ton of seed. But what I did was the right thing. I bought a field, I harvested the field, I took the oats off that field, which was what I should have done. I think I did the right thing. I don't always, and sometimes it's a blend of both. So what I'm going to do now, close that down. That will then go back to the farm. We'll take that up to the field in the morning. On the morrow, what I've got to do now is whiz out, bale that field, and then all the prep work begins. Then I've got to plough it and all the rest of it. So before I do that, I'm going to head down. I'm going to whiz down the road. Let's check out this telehandler. Just trying to work out. Well, I'm really struggling today with my thoughts. Normally I do that kind of jigsaw puzzle piece thing, don't I? And I say, you know, fact sheet Fridays. Fact sheets have gone up. Massive shout out to Nina, thank you. And this is another reason I'm a little bit concerned today. I had all my fact sheet stuff prepped and ready to go, and fact sheets drop at normally 1 o'clock, 1 PM. And Nina messaged me and said, oh, I'm waiting for 1 PM for when all the fact sheets come out from all the different content creators. And I suddenly thought, oh my, I'd forgotten. Completely forgotten. And when she messaged me about midday, and when I looked at it, it was 12:59. Literally 12. And I was like, if I hadn't have read that message, I was on here just playing away to my heart's content, was oblivious, and I had completely forgotten. That's really scary. Anyway, yeah, that is really worrying. Right, anyway, baling. This may be a short. I'm going to say it now, and I'm come to edit like I always do. I'm going to come to edit, and I'm going to have like 90 minutes worth of footage and try and work out I'm going to get into an hour or less. That being said, I'm just, like I say, I can't think off the top of my head. I'm thinking this might be a shorter one, I don't know. When I bought this, I bought it with the rear trailer attachers, so you can attach an auto-load trailer and stuff to it. I don't know why I got it with the attachers actually. I haven't got an auto-load trailer installed, don't think. I've got the ones I have been using, but let's drop that down. We're not going to get a huge amount. This is still set to 125s, so whatever bale size that is for whatever I'm doing, we won't get many off it, but I might as well grab what I can. I've just remembered what the other fertiliser one was. I used it on Edgewater, and I used it on Alma. Oh, that pack where you take manure, don't you? You put it in, or you put, is it slurry? So you can do liquid manure, or you can do liquid fertiliser or solid fertiliser. And I was using on Edgewater the manure factory. So you take straw, it turn it to manure. I was taking the manure and turning it into solid fertiliser. So I'm going to stay away from that one. Again, I probably shouldn't, because you know, I'm not going to get 2 full bales out of this, am I? I forgot straw bales are quite big on this. That's the only, I say the only downside. I think to this baler, it is a cool baler, but I think the capacities, whilst it does make life a little bit easier, if you're up against it with your bale limit, and you want to have an absolute load of bales, you know, I'm not going to have enough for a full bale at all, am I? Mind you, we're going to do the next field, we'll have some more, won't we? Then having loads of quantity in less bales works perfectly, you know. So you could still have 400,000 litres but have it in 10 bales, right? No, that's an exaggeration, you know what I mean? In a few bales rather than having it spread over 60 bales, you know? Right, okay. So I'll leave that over here as well, because I'm going to need that for the next field then again tomorrow. So a little patch of ground, because I don't own this field. Oh, I'll just stick it on the side here. Stick it up by there, and I'll pick that bale up with the front forks. Probably shouldn't, but I'm gonna. Can I fold that up like that? I can. Get those out of the way. Get out of the way. And disconnect. I was going to do this off camera and then decided no, I'm just going to crack on. Let's get her done. Right then. Oh dear, I'm thinking today. Oh, views have not been good, so I'm racking my brains. I think, trouble is I don't want to make a promise and then not be able to do it. For all the people that have joined the channel, become channel members, thank you so much. I think we're up to 43 channel members. You guys are awesome. If you're not a channel member, there's some options in there to become a channel member. I think it's $4.99. I've got one set level. You get a discount on the merch store. You got, when I stream, there are some badges. There are some extra emojis for members. What else was that? I'm going to do a Discord. We have a Discord chat for members that's been set up by the fantastic guys on my Discord server. And once a month I'm going to go on there, maybe twice a month, but once a month I'm going to go on there, and it'll be like a Q&A session. You can come in and chat and we can talk about whatever. You can ask me questions, ask me anything you like. I'll jump on there and we can do a members only chat. So if you consider it, if you fancy it, for all the content I put out anyway as well. Right, I'm going to grab the van. I'm going to head down. Let's check out this telehandler situation. I'm sure it's a telehandler and not a forklift. It's a different icon on the map, so I think it is. Put that there for the time being. Pop out. Doesn't matter too much if I leave this down there. Because I bought this second hand. This is my cheapy run around. Dings, bangs, scratches. Doesn't matter. I've only used it a couple of times. To be fair, I didn't really even need to buy this. I could go down there in a tractor. It's not, you know, I don't really need this. Bit of a drive. I'm keeping an eye out. It was Stuart that messaged me. I think, again, apologies if I've got the names wrong. I was saying about different locations that have got different collectibles. I can't remember where you said the lottery ticket. How do you find a lottery ticket on an entire map? That's staggering. Anyway. Sorry. So I guess the question, as we've already been talking about on this episode, when we get down here for this, although the guy at the store's already told me, don't worry about it, the sawmill's not operational at the moment, you will have to decide for yourself. I'll justify it any way I need to justify it, or any way that my mind will allow me to justify it. Are we borrowing? Are we leasing? Or are we stealing? Is it yeah, borrow, lease, or theft? I think we've got to look at. The guy at the store said, whoa, so it's okay. This really has got terrible suspension. Can you imagine being in this? Dunk, 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 dunk. I'll be smashing my head on the roof and all sorts. And I think if we go down the route of paying a little something, so we are technically leasing it, and then if anyone comes back and says, look, where's my telehandler, we'll bring it back. They can have it back. Whoa, wow, am I going the right way? This is the right road, isn't it? Good grief. Lorks a lordy, I believe is the phrase. Oh, I don't. That's what the kids are saying, isn't it? Maybe in the late 1800s, but possibly not now. I suppose what I could always do is just leave this here. That's the trade-off for the time being. When they come back, if they come back, if anyone comes back. There's a car there. Swapsies. Straight swap. You can have my van and I'll have the telehandler. That's it, there was it. Yeah, the Manitou. What's that? Oh, it's a Deutzfahr. I was stuck in thinking, wow, that's like a metallic, shiny metallic. Very nice. What was that for a minute? No, it's a Manitou, isn't it? It's only a little one, but so what should we'll park this up in here. It sounds like something is in operation. Like I said, this is here the whole time. This is here. If you weren't aware, it will start. It has. I've just finally bit the bullet and bought pallet forks. This actually will make life a lot easier if we get a bucket for this as well. We're doing some of those jobs around there. It's the Diddy one. It's not the bigger one. That'll do. That will do. Oh, I've got a bit done anyway. Seed stuff sorted out, pallets sorted out, moved a few bits around, new racking, 2 new fields, finished off those baling contracts. I'm going to look at my options next then for fertiliser and then maybe that fuel production. I need to make sure I've got some money left over because I need to probably buy some more field. Oh, I've got to do that field prep as well, haven't I? Get the field sorted out. Oh, which means I've got to do some more soil sampling. I keep forgetting to do that every time I buy a new field. Anyway, I'm doing it again. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Tell all your friends. I'm still here. I'm still alive. The channel's still going. There's still content to view. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.